Hey everyone, this is Rishi from Digioh, and I'm really excited to talk about our shopping cart abandonment extension for Magento. We work with a lot of Magento clients. It works for self-hosted versions as well as hosted versions. Really, any type of Magento version you have, we can make it work with our extension. First of all, I want to talk about that it works with any ESP system, so email service provider. So any homegrown system, any enterprise version of your ESP. We work with all versions. So we're talking MailChimp, Constant Contact, Responses. We do a lot of Salesforce Marketing Cloud, for example. Any system, SendGrid, any system that you guys are using to send your emails, we will plug into and do shopping cart abandonment for. And what abandoned cart is when someone adds an item to their cart and they leave your site without making a purchase, we can trigger an email into that ESP. We will fully set it up and manage it all for you. So we'll set it up, we'll install it, we'll set it all up for you, we'll do all the custom coding if that is required, and we'll pass it all into your ESP so you guys can do shopping cart abandonment. Why I love shopping cart abandonment is they are the highest converting emails. And that is because when someone comes to your site and they add an item to their cart and they leave, they're actually showing purchase intent. And so it's a good to just remind them, hey, you left this in your cart, maybe give them a discount offer to actually get it to checkout. But those are the highest converting email. Usually you see a 50% open rate and a 20 to 30% click-through rate. So very high converting, high impact emails. We also the Digioh suite also offers lots of other marketing tools like coupons, out of stock notifications, and I'll show you all of that. And we also offer a full white glove service as well. So we can come in, help you guys A/B test, and kind of give you guys all the bells and whistles that we offer. We work with a lot of different clients in the e-commerce industry, and I'm going to show you kind of a few examples here of how it all works. The first thing that kind of makes us really special is if you have a multi-step funnel. So something where you require 10 clicks, where you have to click a city first or a specific set of dates, or maybe you have a 6-step process in your checkout funnel, like a complex funnel. We can actually record every single event that they click on. We store it in a local storage. That's getting a little technical, but local storage record on the client's browser. And then on exit, if they don't actually make the purchase or reservation or whatever the action that you want them to do, on exit, we pass all of that data to your ESP system. So you can do a very targeted email, and that email can contain all the items that they actually added to their cart or their checkout funnel. And so we can do a lot of different things. We can also pass any analytics data as well. So it's like referring URL, referring source, any GeoIP information like their city, country, region. It's a very powerful setup, especially for multi-step funnels. So even if they fall off on step 1, we can also leverage that data to do an abandoned cart setup. It doesn't have to be all the way on step 10. It could be on the first step as well. And that is one thing that is really special about our system. Again, this can work with any type of cart setup that you have. It's one line of JavaScript that you add to your site. It can also work for logged in users as well as logged out users. So logged in users, it's really easy. We can grab the email from the source if they're logged in, obviously. Logged out users, we can also do, and the way we do that is multi-step. So one, if they've ever identified themselves, whether they clicked on one of your previous emails, if they've entered in any one of your web forms, if they completed a guest checkout field, as soon as they enter their email into any field, we take it and we store it in a local, secure, encrypted local storage value on the client's browser. Now, all of this, I just want to let you know, it's secure, it's encrypted, it's GDPR compliant. We're actually not even storing any of this data on a server. It's all on the browser side. And so we take that email, we store it in the local storage value, along with all the other information that they clicked on, or any, their product name or their product title, the price. Any of that data gets stored in that local storage value. And then on exit, we pass it to your email service provider so that you guys can then send a abandoned cart email as well. It is fully GDPR compliant, and we can actually have custom logic that you can write very easily through our drag and drop system of who sees what. So maybe in EU, you don't want to trigger any cart abandonment emails. Maybe you only want to trigger it for people that are logged in. And the US, you can actually target it so that it's for any action, any item. Again, we don't store any of this data so we're technically not a sub-processor. We don't store any of this data on our servers as well. We do a real-time integration. So as soon as they leave, we can actually pass that data in your ESP, and we can also write a little bit of custom logic so we can actually detect, hey, did they come and actually purchase it maybe 10 minutes later? So that means if they did purchase it 10 minutes later, we cancel that email journey as well, or that abandoned cart email. It's completely flexible. We can pass as much data as you want, and we write custom code inside your Digioh account. So your development team doesn't actually have to write any code. You add our one line of JavaScript to your site, either in your header or in your you add it to your tag management system like Google Tag Manager, and that's it. That's all your dev team has to do, and we will set up the integration as well as write any custom code to grab all of your data to pass it to your ESP. It's very easy to set up exit intent. So what we do is we look at the mouse movements on desktop, and when they leave the top of the page, we consider that a cart abandonment. And then for mobile, we actually look for idle timer. When did they actually go idle? Did they background your page? Did they stop scrolling up and down? We can actually detect that on a phone and tablet, and that's how we determine an abandoned cart. There's a lot of other really cool things that you can do with Digioh. You can create lightboxes like this that are fully personalized. So we can actually look at the category title and inject an image and the text based on what they're looking at. This alone increases conversions quite a bit, just because you're taking what the person is looking at and talking about that in context. This is really good if you have thousands of products or hundreds of products in different categories, or people are looking at very specific products on your site. We can take a look at that, and based on that, we are very specific, and that alone gets 3 to 7x increase versus a more static, non-dynamic, non-personalized offer. This is one thing that is changing the game in terms of email capture and getting more people to fill out forms. This is one of our flagship features as well. And all of this can be done very easily in our platform, no code required. Another thing that you can do is we can actually read in, we see a lot of sites nowadays where, hey, you get free shipping once it's over $100 or once it's over $75. And so one thing we can do is we can look at the cart value, and based on that, we can show, hey, you are just $10 away from free shipping. Or maybe they already hit the free threshold. So on exit, we can show a lightbox that said, hey, by the way, before you leave, we just want you to know that you're getting free shipping on this item. You qualify for free shipping. Another thing you can do is you can upload a list of one-time use coupon codes that are device ID locked. And so as soon as someone opts in, you can actually show a coupon code that is one-time use that they can apply to promo codes as well. So you can also target very specific visitors as well. So maybe you only want to show this specific type of offer for first-time visitors. You can do that. You can do it maybe if they're coming from a referral source like Twitter or Facebook. Based on that, you show a coupon code to those people only if they're coming in from a referral source. So you can do very specific targeting based on web source, referring source, countries, really anything. Another thing that we can do is we can detect if an item goes out of stock, as long as it's visible in the source. So for example, as long as you can say, hey, item equals 0, we can actually inject an inline form. So it's not a pop-up. It's not a pop-up. It's an inline unit that shows up right underneath the product and says, hey, by the way, we're out of stock. Enter your email and we'll let you know when it's back. So then when they enter their email, we'll pass it to your email service provider along with the product name and the product ID or whatever information you want us to pass. And then when it's back in stock, your team can easily have a list or a place where they can just email all of them. Now, those are really, really great because they're obviously looking for the product, and it's a great way to capture email. It's also a great way for you to learn, well, what is a popular item? Maybe we should stock it back. Another really cool thing that we've done is preference quizzes. So what you can do is maybe you can do something like, hey, who are you shopping for? You can list a few ages, or what are you most interested in? And all this data can get pushed as well into your CRM system as well, as so you can learn their preferences and know what they're most interested in. We have a lot more. I'd love to show you a full demo. Check us out. It'd be me. I'd be showing you a full demo about your site. We can go through a lot of these features. Love for you guys to check us out, and hopefully we can work together. Thank you.